take it slow. You've gotta let me know how far down,
If you're looking for a reliable paint company that will do the job right the first time, then it's time to call 360 Painting of Arvada. Our #1 goal is to make sure we make your vision into reality, and we guarantee 100% satisfaction. We offer a wide variety of colors and textures that meet the needs of each room for every client, all for an affordable rate. With years of experience, our employees are well trained in the correct and professional methods, so there will be no hassle or headaches. Whether you're looking to just paint a couple rooms or you're looking to remodel your home, no job is too big or small for 360 Painting of Arvada to handle. For more information on our services, call us today or visit us online and let us help you turn your vision into a vibrant reality.
Are you dreaming of new roller skates? With over 10 years experience and knowledge, Skate Rat Skate Shop will set you up with the safety gear and roller skates that are right for you. Visit Skate Rats in Loveland, Colorado for the selection you've been looking for and great customer service. And log on to skaterats.com for free fast shipping. Use discount code 5on5 for 10% off.
And welcome back to the 2019 MRDA Championships. We are ready for Game 3 of the second day of the Champs of 2000. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted here.
I grew this especially for this tournament.
Yeah,
do you like it?
Yeah.
I'm really. There's Bobby.
There's
and Bobby has
Narco.
one too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You missed the picture beforehand. The mustache, the Mile High mustache picture.
Mile High mustache.
A lot of effort into these mustaches.
That's
Raucous
right.
Ron had the best one of all.
Look how nice it is.
Yes,
It's
very
it's
nice.
very luxurious.
Anyway, though, there is roller derby
roller
to be
derby.
played. So, we do have our next matchup of Denver Ground Control against Manchester, the New Wheeled Order. Manchester only playing in one game yesterday, losing to Vancouver. But, Rippy, Denver has a little bit more under their belt right now.
I don't even know how Denver is standing. Like, I would be very exhausted. They won against Austin Anarchy, then they lost to St. Louis Gatekeepers. They won against the Cobequans this morning. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're playing again right now against Manchester. So that's 3 games. This will be their 4th game in the tournament. So they've had the first game both days, and then another one against St. Louis in between. So
yeah, and that's got to wear you down a little bit. Playing St. Louis at any point.
I mean, I am just so surprised that they're up and ready to play right now.
You know, it is pretty amazing, and you can kind of tell. But you know, we talk about the altitude being a factor. You talk to the skaters here; they will say absolutely yes, altitude is a factor. But you know, if any team is kind of maybe a little more used to this, it would be the home team, Denver. So, you know, I also like maybe that's safer, like for them, because they kind of know how to handle it already.
Right.
I mean, I got Raucous Ron running out to grab me oxygen, and I'm not even skating.
And water, all of the water.
All the water.
That
Stay
you can
hydrated.
possibly get in your body.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and introduce the 2 teams. I will start with the home team of Denver. For Denver, we got number 11, Cruz, number 13, Spicy, number 18, Ferguson, number 1984, Williams, number 207, Judgment Day, number 257, Schneider, number 4, Baby Stelly, number 40, Broderick, number 43, Chris with a K, number 45, Panty Depressant, number 72, Stelly, number 77, Cotton, number 8, Hunter, number 89, Rivera, and number 98, Sparrow.
And skating for Manchester is 05 Fish, 06 Rufio, 1 Don Gingiovanni, 10 Optimus Grime, 12 Gig, 15 Peter Parker, 1997 Cloud Strike, 2 Shrooms, 43 Scott T. Dog, 50 Rosie Peacock, 51 Richie Rampage, 57 Wolf, 672 Gazuka, 9 Velociraptor, and 95 McLeod.
And we are about to get started here. It looks like we've got Fish and Sparrow. I'm not a scientist, but I believe Sparrow do eat fish. So, I mean, birds usually do eat fish more than fish eat birds.
You know, but both of these jammers so far this weekend have done a great work.
Yes, they have.
With a star on their helmets.
And I believe it was one of the closest, if not the closest finish, Manchester and Vancouver. I believe a 14-point game. So that was a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Manchester Vancouver did move on. One of the problems was Optimus Grime got into penalty trouble he had 6 penalties within the first half.
I know, just
right
right
out of
in
the gate.
a row.
So, but they're looking to change that.
go.
They're looking to try something different, and here we go. But Denver, first lead jammer of the game, and that is Sparrow.
Fish also out of the pack. Both jammers eligible for points.
Sparrow now to the front of the pack. That is one blocker, number 1997, Cloud Strike, who stops him.
Yes.
Cloud Strike made a lot of big hits yesterday against Vancouver, picking up right where he left off. 3 points on the board to start for Denver. That's actually very interesting because of their last games, they've all started slower.
Right.
As with the 2 they've won against Austin and the Comiquads, they started down by, 25 points and then came back.
And slowly, and just saw the lay of the track and figured out how to adjust for the new
they played it patient.
structure. Yeah.
And it was very, very effective.
It's interesting here. They've already put points on the board.
Yes.
But one jam. But.
And it's Ferguson and Rufio now.
Rufio. Ferguson on the inside. Rufio on the outside. Oh, big hit there. Beautiful hit by Baby Stelly.
Yeah, a little bit more traffic there on the outside lanes. Usually the left lane is the passing lane.
And Rivera out there again.
Oh, wait, now I get it because Manchester's, it's the opposite on the other side, of the pond. And we do have a down skater, so we are going to have this jam called.
Oh.
He is getting back up.
It's getting back up.
That is
That's
Baby Stelly.
Now, because that jam was called, it wasn't called off. I believe that Baby Stelly will have to sit out for a few jams.
Yes.
And
but his brother's going to come to the line.
that's okay.
The other Stelly, Justin Stelly.
Safety, of course, is number one, but I know that the defense will certainly feel the absence of Baby Stelly.
Absolutely.
He repairs a little bit and gets back on the track.
So it's Justin Stelly against Optimus Grime, and Optimus Grime through first, lead jammer, New Wheeled Order. There's Stelly also on the pack. These are probably in my book, 2 of the top 10 men's roller derby players on the planet going against each other right now.
Just trying to spin around and get those hips past. Not sure, just 3. Yeah. Just 3 on
Nobody's gotten a full 4-point pass yet.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's close, but not quite there.
No mustache.
They a lot of beards,
Close
not
but no
quite
mustache.
Close but no mustache. So we're going to have Gig and Sparrow. Sparrow now putting on the star for the second time. 28 minutes remaining. 6-3 is the score with Denver on top. Broderick in the penalty box. If you're wondering why we keep yelling his name is in all caps, and he did instructed us to yell. I'm trying to be courteous and not deafen our friends at home.
So you can just say it with enthusiasm.
Exactly. Broderick.
And out for second lead in a row is Gig for Manchester.
Rosie Peacock will be heading the box along with John Gingiovanni. And Sparrow completes his initial pass. Gig looking for room. Gets pushed out by Broderick. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. This will be the end of the jam.
I'm going to call it. But that does leave 2 blockers in the box.
And 3 points to Manchester. So we do have a tie game. Our first time since before the game it was tied. It was 0-0. Bobby and I had a nice debate about this earlier. Like, what is a real lead change? Is it actually when somebody has started scoring points? Or is it the beginning of the game? I disagree. He says it's when it starts. I say no. There have to be points on the board for there to be a lead change.
Just doing a little work there, trying
Yeah.
to shake up Stelly, but Stelly's just not phased in any way.
He is a world-class athlete, and he is going to go where he wants to go, and that is forward.
And as you can see, Denver's amazing defense just holding up Fish there at the back of the pack at turn number 1.
Over the apex like a horse, Justin Stelly, like he galloped over the apex, and great moves there. 4 points. That's our first full four-point pass, and he has another one before calling it off. So 8-round jam. That is the highest scoring jam in the 3.5 minutes we've been talking.
Yes. I was going to say, they had to. Manchester started with 2 blockers in the box, and they were both seated. They hadn't even really begun their. We're still in the beginning portions of their penalty, so
Chris
New
with,
World Order without much blocking help out there.
Well, Chris with the K will start with it off in the box with a B, and Ferguson and Rufio are our jammers.
Rufio looking for the outside and finds it. Unbelievable.
Lead jammer.
I can't believe he found room on there, but he did.
He did. It was a great move. Now moving to the inside pass cruise up the inside line at 4 points. Their first full 4 point. That is not easy to say. Excuse me.
Not.
I'm blaming the air. It's the mountain air.
I'll say that. Props to the blockers there for opening up that inside lane. We do have a cut track.
Scott T. Dog.
On Scott T. Dog.
Yeah. Rufio has to recycle. Ferguson on his first scoring pass, looking for points.
Oh no! Okay, I saw the I saw the forearm call. I saw Rufio skating backwards, but he was just being recycled.
Yes,
so we still
it was
have
the blocker
jammer.
that was with him.
Yeah, the blocker.
4 points for Denver.
So we have 3 blockers for New World Order in the box right now.
All right, everybody, time out. Take a seat.
It's so. Amazingly, Rufio is still getting points. There are 2 blockers in the box for Denver.
For both teams.
Look, we know that the officials over in the penalty box are super awesome people, but you don't have to go visit them.
No, it's nice to say hello.
It is.
But you can also talk to them after the game.
But now you've said hello, so now just remain on the track.
Once is enough.
Rufio just putting up points and decides to call it as Ferguson gets around. Don't want to mention our penalty box sponsor is 808 Roller Skate, serving the roller derby community since 2010. Visit them at 808rollerskate.com.
Our penalty box sponsor since last game. Thanks, Jinx. It was a 12-12 jam. Now 18-26. Denver remaining on top, just under 24 minutes remaining. That is a high-scoring jam for both teams because both teams scored the same amount of points. It kind of works like that sometimes.
Right on the inside, just so quickly.
Yeah, he is. I mean, for such a large guy, he is very fast.
Nimble,
very nimble.
Able to pick up speed really quickly.
You can make fun of his spin moves as much as you want. Watch anyone else of that size do it. You don't find that many that can do it.
I don't make fun of them at all.
No.
They're very lovely.
No, they are. He's very graceful.
So our 808 roller skate penalty box is so full that we cannot accommodate all of the people who have just gotten penalties.
We're going to have to take a turn.
I suspect
and wait.
that both of our teams here are going to try to run a little time here to get some folks out of there.
Absolutely.
Nice move there.
And they're going to need it at some point to maybe take even a timeout just to kind of figure out why. I mean, this is both teams racking up the penalties in the moment.
Optimus Grime doing a little push-up in the infield there so as not to go out of bounds.
Ben does some defensive jamming on Stelly, but Stelly's not even phased.
Yeah. So we do have only 1 blocker remaining in the box, and this is number 2 on the Shrooms. Right, Shrooms
yes.
For Manchester, and that was just because Shrooms couldn't report immediately, and so is now serving that penalty.
Optimus Grime moving up the middle now to the outside as Justin Stelly gets another 4 points. About a half track length behind Optimus Grime. Get out of my way. 4 points.
Yeah, like a little... Optimus Grime knew that that was going to be an out-of-play call if it was... if he got hit. So he just said, I'm just going to skate at you.
So 16-12 on the jam now. Denver with a high-scoring jam of the 16. 42-30 is the score. Under 22 minutes remaining in the first half of our third game of the second day of this tournament. Both teams setting the high score of the last two jams. Panty Depressant and Gig will be our jammers. I believe this is the first time Panty Depressant has had the star on his helmet.
This game?
Yes, for this game.
He certainly had it on quite a few times this weekend.
Yeah, and in a situation like this, like when you play this many games, you do, and as we talked about the altitude, I'll mention it again, you need a deep jammer rotation.
Yes.
Gig is lead jammer for Manchester, only down 8 points, now up the middle, picking up a few, getting past the pack, and he will get the full 4.
And Panty Depressant out, going to look.
He's getting low.
Race.
That's an advantage that the short jammers have. I'm right behind you.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to catch you. He's whispering into his ear.
Now that
and he does it with such a smile.
Yeah,
like,
Gig,
I'm going to catch you.
Gig does not look too entertained, but you can tell Panty Depressant's having a really good time. And he sneaks 2 points away, and he's really happy.
I'm sorry. That was just delightful to watch.
I didn't know where he was going with it, but I liked it already.
I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you.
So 34-44 is now the score. NWO with 4 and Denver with 2 on that. About 20 and a half remaining in the first half.
So Ferguson does like to take a little time jumping into the jammer line.
Anytime I don't see a jammer out there and there's not one in the 808 penalty box, I know it's Ferguson.
It's probably Ferguson.
Stelly did it once last time.
And Fish is actually wearing the star for Manchester and is out as lead jammer. So 4 in a row for Manchester.
Yeah, but Denver's still holding on to that lead. Ferguson getting out of the pack, now approaching. And it's going to be called.
And that was a forearm assessed for Cloud Strike. Okay, sorry, a little bit of obscured view for me, but Cloud Strike is the one headed to the penalty box. And if we didn't mention this, I kind of assumed people would know, but Denver is wearing the white jerseys, and Manchester's in the nice burgundy, sort of wine-colored jerseys.
See, they say I had this debate with them yesterday because I was wearing that colored shirt, and they said, "Oh, it's burgundy." I'm like, "No. I'm wearing wine and gold because I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan." And they're like, "No, that's burgundy." And maybe it's the same color. Ask Crayola. I don't know.
They're in the same family.
Yeah, something like that.
But see, they have 2 colors of burgundy on their shirt.
That's true. They do.
I would say one of them might be wine. Oh, that was a nice spin move on the inside. A little leap. A hop. And a 4 points.
At 4 points for Justin Stelly. Now up by 11, 48-37, 19 minutes remaining in the first half. It's going to be Optimus Grime with the star. And Sparrow doing a Ferguson impression going the long way. Maybe they all do. We're just noticing when Ferguson does it.
Not typically. Like, so...
I have to pay attention to this.
1 or 2, they'll roll back. Stelly does it sometimes, but Sparrow's usually a straight-on jammer line kind of jammer.
Well, now he moves to the outside. Yes, he does get lead, but he gets reabsorbed in the pack, and Optimus Grime takes off. So Optimus Grime now with the positional advantage, but Sparrow is in control of the jam.
So everybody's just racing around here, trying to keep in front of these jammers.
Sparrow playing it very risky there. Let's see if it pays off. No points. Optimus Grime calling off just in time. 1 point
for Sparrow.
This game could come down to 1 point, and when you're talking about playoffs, you're not really much as worried about blowing the other team out, like for the rankings.
Right.
Because, I don't know, in some sports, the team that finishes and wins the championship tournament finishes number 1. I don't know. It's weird. It works like that somehow. I don't get it either. But, you're worried about winning these games rather than by how much you win these games. So now it's Ferguson for Denver and Rufio for Manchester. Rufio is lead jammer. Ferguson taking off the star, looking like he wants to pass it to his pivot, Schneider. Schneider, of note, was the MVP blocker from the North American qualifier.
Indeed.
Rufio through the pack, picks up his first 4.
Don Giovanni reporting to the box, along with Baby Stelly, so we have 1 blocker apiece.
Both jammers in the pack. Big hits on both of them. Ferguson able to stand up. Rufio takes the hit, calls it off. 3 points, Denver. Looks like the referees are conferring and confirming.
Yes, confirming with everyone.
They want to get it right. 3 points.
3 points. There you go.
Yes, so 7-3 on the Jam in favor of Manchester once that scoreboard gets adjusted. There we go.
Let me tell you about Left Turn Clothing really quickly.
Please do.
Athletic apparel for bodies, not genders. You can find them at leftturnclothing.com.
And we have Fish going up against, that is Raging Cajun. And Fish will be heading to the 808 penalty tank.
No.
Penalty fish tank. Penalty fish tank.
So immediately, Sully is the one with the star for Denver and in lead, control of the track. Again, we have the penalty box mostly looking burgundy.
So it is 4 points already for Stelly. Gets pushed to the inside.
So getting a notation from Bobby that this is the first jammer penalty. Did we mention that Bobby Narco is assisting us? We did, because he showed us their mustache.
But Power Jam is over. Fish does have the star in his hand. So in case you can't see it, because, he's not wearing it.
He's not. And
Stelly gets another 4.
He's very good at... you have to keep it visible.
Yes.
Right? But he's very good at, not making it obvious.
Yeah.
Right?
Visible, but barely visible.
Yeah, it is visible. He did pass it off really quickly to Shrooms.
Yeah.
And
so he does.
Shrooms did pick up 3 on that pass.
Yeah, got in there just at the right time. Stelly calling off maybe a couple seconds too late, and that's all it takes to get 3 on the board for Manchester, but 10 on the Jam for Denver. 62-47, just about to hit that quarter mark of the game. So, fun fact from Harry Hooper, a esteemed announcer, sometimes when he wants to be.
Esteemed, don't get carried away there. I'm just
an announcer. Hashtag merch. Shout out to Panty Depressant. He wants to give a shout out to Panty Depressant and Schneider. He used to play against each other for JRDA. And also, I believe that Harry used to play for Denver, so he kind of knows some things.
There's some people.
Yeah.
There's some people here.
And it is Panty Depressant lead jammer for Denver, speaking of which. So, and that is Gig.
Yeah.
Out of the pack, about half track length between these two. Panty Depressant inside the pack. And over the apex.
Yes. So Denver needed that lead jam. I mean, in terms of the score, they did not need. Mm-hmm. But they have not been picking up lead as often as they have in other contests. So they were probably pretty happy about that lead. So I'm looking at Bobby's, I'm just looking over his shoulder because he has all the stats on this wonderful clipboard of his. Denver has had 4 leads in the past 5 jams.
There you go. Back and forth, but Denver's still remaining on the board.
I like cheating off Bobby.
It's easy. Bobby makes announcing easy. Yeah, if you don't put Bobby on your crew, you're crazy.
So, that is Ferguson out his lead. Denver again with lead. Optimus Grime also out of the pack. The pack is flying around. Our outside pack reps are also flying. Everybody's
flying.
Just going really fast.
It's the air. It's thin. You're higher up, and it doesn't take much. It's gravity on Mars or something.
Everybody hitting shoulders, trying to knock out somebody to give the jammers an opportunity to pass somebody. Ferguson is through the pack, and looking around.
He's going to call it. Wise decision, as you see. I don't know, but I get off the tracks when the trains are coming through. So
yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was just lying there. It was windy. It was windy in here.
Yeah. Seriously, we don't need air conditioning. It is not warm, but we appreciate the effort. Looks like they haven't called it yet, but just based on the lack of burgundy on the track, I'm going to guess that someone's about to call a timeout.
I think that is...
There we go.
Yep, there. Yeah. Skyla's in the center track there.
I think she called it, but they didn't actually officially call it.
Right.
So now officially, not an official time, but officially called timeout by the New World Order.
New World Order.
So that will give us time to tell you about one of our, or maybe more than one of our sponsors.
We could tell you about several.
Like 187 Killer Pads, designed, tested, and trusted by top pros since 1999. That's before like half of Golden State was born. We can talk about 888, the certified sweat saver from 888 NYC, fully certified, but with a better fit. Try it for yourself.
You know, I cannot sit here without giving a shout out to 5 on 5 Media.
Because we wouldn't be sitting here without 5 on 5 Media.
We would not be sitting here at all without 5 on 5. We are assisted today by Leslie Nope, who is helping us out with the broadcast. Today's broadcast is brought to you by 515. 515 Media is dedicated to Flat Track Derby. We offer practical advice to skaters to help with their business and their skills, as well as keep them up to date on what is happening in the derby world. Each quarterly issue covers topics such as business, health and fitness, games and coaching, rookie help, gear, international derby, and more. Pick up your print or digital copy to gain access to over a decade of archived issues.
And here we go. Back to the action. It is Rufio Lee Jammer. That is Stelly.
Right up the track.
The Raging Cajun himself. Stelly
is putting on the Jets.
Untouched.
Say.
Yeah. And untouched to the pack. Rufio with 4 points. Sorry, the 105, 106. I look at the numbers and sometimes, So 4 points for Rufio. Now 70-51. Under 12.5 remaining in the first half.
Now, Velociraptor is out there with the star.
So 2 dinosaurs, because technically dinosaurs are birds. It's Sparrow for Denver. The extinct one and the one that's still here.
And the one that's still alive, yes.
All right, Sparrow moving to the inside, now going up the middle. Velociraptor.
Oh, Sparrow beating through with the bum. And picks up Lee Jammer. Works.
Hey, if it works, it works.
That's right. That is perfectly legal.
Works
to
and
use the bum.
It works. Doesn't get a penalty. It works. 2 blockers currently in the 808 penalty box. Sparrow just going to call it off, but it does look like there's going to be another penalty called on somebody. I don't see who.
Oh, there we go. It was the pivot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And there are bodies between me and the 808 penalty box, and so looks like Shrooms. Okay. On a cut.
And there's Baby Stelly for Denver, who's already standing, so
he's
he'll have
standing,
less than 10 seconds remaining.
He's one of the bodies in my way.
But his brother's out there.
Yes.
To jam against Gig. Stelly moving a little far back, now moving to the outside before the whistle. Here we go with only 2 blockers out there. That
Gig
has never
trying to
been
stay
passed.
in front of Stelly there. Yeah, Stelly's very bouncy.
Yeah, gets past Rosie Peacock and Don Giovanni. They held him for a couple seconds, but it happened. He got through. So now Gig past the last blocker, Hector Rivera.
Baby Stelly reporting to the box again. I'm going to say that we might need to check out the penalty situation here as we head into halftime for a couple of these skaters. We've seen their bodies in there quite a few times.
That's what Bobby Narco's for. So
Cloud strike coming out.
0-0 on that last pass. 4-0 on the jam in favor of Denver. About 10.5 remaining. Optimus Grime with 1 star. Panty Depressing with the other. Shaking hands. Hello, how you doing?
So just got the note from Bobby that it is a 5-3 scoring ratio in favor of Denver.
Just be glad he's not saying the score in square roots.
I know, right?
He was doing that all morning.
So we do have an official timeout here. It looks like we just need a little confirmation of some things, clarification of things.
And stuff. And we'll talk to you about Sisu. Talk, breathe, drink, more protection, less mouthguard. Sisu.
That was a very short.
Perfect. They worked with us. That was totally on purpose. That was absolutely
They saw
planned.
you had finished, you closed out your read, and they were like, time to go.
In roller derby, we work so well together like that every time. Panty Depressant and Optimus Grime are the jammers. There is currently only 1 skater in the 808 roller skates penalty box. 808 skate shop penalty box. That is Baby Stelly, and Optimus Grime is the lead jammer.
Panty Depressant experiencing a little resistance here. Hasn't made it past turn number 1. Now Optimus Grime tries to make a jump,
but doesn't
quite land it, and gets recycled back. Now,
good rugby hit there on Judgment Day. Clean gets through, breaks past the front of the pack, but still has some other skaters to get through.
That's Gazuka heading to the box, as well as, is that Cloud Strike again?
Yeah.
That's the 3rd time I've seen Cloud Strike in the last 2-3 jams, and so we're going to need to check out penalties here over the halftime, which we will.
A very hard-fought 4 points for Optimus Grime, now 78-57, just under 9.5 remaining in the first half. So it looks like Rufio will take back the star, and Ferguson will go against him.
Ferguson at the line. They do the opposite of what we say.
Yeah, exactly. He did go the long way again. He's just more stealthy about it.
He is, and also made of elastic.
Yes, he is. I don't think he has bones. Ferguson inside his own pack, now looking to get behind a blocker. He gets behind Cruz.
Oh,
and hello.
Wow.
Stays inbounds, 4 points after taking that hit from Shrooms.
Yeah, Shrooms was going for the big hit, and Ferguson, again, made of elastic, was able to sort of avoid the whole situation.
Absolutely, and Wolf is the other blocker out there for the team in Burgundy, New Wheeled Order. 4 points for Ferguson. Rufio completes his initial pass. So Ferguson over the apex.
My goodness. And calling it.
Past Cloud Strike, calling it off just as Rufio is coming into the pack. Good move by Ferguson. Great awareness, and wow, that was like a mile-high apex jump.
Yes, the mile-high apex jump from the Mile High Club.
That's how they practice here.
Yeah.
They jump mountains. That's how Stelly is.
Anti-gravity.
That's how Stelly is so good at it.
It's just, again, I feel like Ferguson and Stelly competing over who's made out of more elastic.
Well, no,
water.
Stelly's not elastic. Stelly is just, I don't know, awesome. Like, he's just
jumpy.
Great to watch.
Jumpy. Yes, this is the Women's Club, yes. But this is Mile High City as well, yes. Yes.
Rose Peacock heads back to the penalty box, so the penalty troubles of the New Wheeled Order continue, and they are getting worse now with a track cut on Gig.
But Cotton also heading to the penalty box for Denver. That's a very notable presence on the track. Defensively, does a great job out there, hanging on to the jammer.
And Stelly is the lone jammer. He got out just as the other jammer took a seat, but big hit there by Don Gingiovanni.
And that will be assessed a penalty.
But luckily for Don Gingiovanni, Rosie Peacock coming back out there just as Don heads to the box.
And so it looks like wait, was that illegal contact or a cut? Okay, cut is what Bobby's telling me?
Yes.
McLeod headed to the box, and so we are just seeing the penalties sort of give Manchester a lot of trouble here.
And that was a problem they had in their last game, too, against Vancouver, is they started racking those up earlier, and it just they were not able to recover from it.
And we will have an official review called by Manchester. Now, in previous games, we might not have been able to hear our head referee tell us about the official review, but we will get that information from our alt-ref here as quickly as we can.
That was a track cut. We don't know what they're challenging just yet.
Right.
I assume I'm going to assume it's a penalty because they have a lot of them and they probably want less of them. So they will state their case. The referees will say, we'll talk to each other and we'll find out.
Right.
So let's go ahead and talk about another sponsor, RollerDerbyMerch.com. Making merch great again. We don't claim to be magicians, but we do claim to offer the coolest styles and the wildest products for your derby team. Cowbells? Yup. Water bottles? Yup. Jerseys? Duh. We've got it all. And you have to get it fast. We are skater owned and operated, and we are skater owned and operated. Need ideas? Hit us up. We would love to help.
So we're going to... So I don't think... we couldn't hear that through our
headsets.
Hang on just one second. No.
And Roller Derby Elite, the choice of champions. That's another sponsor. If you're still interested in sponsoring, you can talk to Jinx because apparently 808 has started being our sponsor for the penalty box as of literally last game. So if you still want to sponsor, go ahead and let us know, and we'll do it.
So
we'll get you hooked up.
What Manchester's asking for is the jammer took a knee at the end to avoid a block. And so they are asking for that to be a penalty.
What penalty would that be? Would that be illegal positioning?
Illegal position.
Okay.
And
I didn't know if that maybe a low block because he could be in the way. And based on Optimus Grime coming towards the penalty box, but he was not the jammer.
No.
So,
and it's meant.
Manchester was looking for
all right. So no penalty. The
Interesting.
referees did not observe the skater in a position that would affect the game, so
Right.
it is no penalty.
So yeah, and Manchester was actually asking for that official review. So
Yeah. So Sparrow is the lead jammer.
Optimus Prime, wearing the star for New World Order, is also out of the pack. So everybody again flying around. Wolf reporting to the penalty box to join. That looks like 95. Okay, McLeod. Yes, McLeod. I thought it was McLeod, and then I doubted myself.
Yes.
Doubt yourself. So we're ticking down to around 6 minutes left in the first half of game number 9 of the 2019 MRDA Championships.
Yep, it's Denver crossing that century mark, 101.57.
Want to make sure that you use the hashtag MRDA Champs.
Yeah,
if you would like to tweet at us.
Or if you're having a watch party, want to take some selfies with your
Yes.
friends, go ahead, share it, Twitter,
Or your pets.
Instagram, all
You
that
don't
stuff.
have to be with a friend.
Or
You can
pets.
be with your pet.
Pets are family.
Yes,
They are family. Shout out to Bagels back home, my cat, who's probably napping in a closet somewhere.
I'm jealous of Bagels. It is Catterday, after all.
It is, absolutely. Panty Depressant is jamming for Denver, but the lead jammer is Rufio of Manchester. So 4 points picked up there by Panty Depressant on that pass.
Chris with a K headed to the penalty box for Denver. Oh, little hit there by Cotton, but Rufio is able to withstand that hit. That is an achievement
Yes.
because Cotton's shoulder is sort of notorious.
Yeah, the touch, the feel of cotton, that shoulder of our lives.
Yes.
So Rufio gets pushed to the inside. Again, there's Cotton.
You might get past Cotton once.
That time, judgment. I don't know how he got through
I
that.
don't know how
there were definitely
that
humans in the way. Rufio calls it off. 4 for him on his last pass. Another 3 for Denver for Panty Depressant. So now 11-8 on that jam. 1:12:65. So we're about to hit that 4.5-minute mark. Velociraptor and Ferguson.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, because there was no jammer there. I was
When
laughing to
there's
myself because, Champ, I amuse myself. And that is really what's important. in life,
Exactly.
Okay?
I don't care if you're laughing. I care that I'm laughing. I just know, I can feel his presence coming around the track. Ferguson at the front doesn't
So
stand.
that is Baby Stelly again with a penalty.
Do.
Yes. With a forearm, it looked like. Richie Rampage. I'm sorry, is that right? Yes, Richie Rampage is in the box as well. Velociraptor is out of the pack now,
Yeah.
but it's Ferguson with lead and control.
Ferguson going up to against Cloud Strike and Shrooms.
I know.
Don't-
1-2 punch.
Let's see if he gets any. I believe the refs are going to discuss because I don't see any hands in the air yet.
Wow.
0 points for Manchester, that I can tell you.
While we're doing this, let's just mention who our officials are. Because I
Absolutely.
think that's probably an important thing today.
Yes.
Kelsey Grimmer, Chanado Dai, 3 Jinja Ninja. Did I say that right?
I think so.
The Jinja Ninja.
There you go.
I said 3, and that's not correct. There's not 3 of them. Uberlicious, Galvatron, Kim Probable, Miss Fury, Margie Ram, Talia Up, Cheshire Stats, and I'll tell you who's skating after this jam.
But it's Stelly with the star. Big Stelly, not Baby Stelly, who's still in the 808 roller skates 808 skate shop penalty box.
Gig
And-
is lead, though.
Yes.
So
But barely.
Yeah, racing. I mean, it's hard to stay in front of Stully. Just the heat. You can feel his breath.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you who our skating officials are. That's MC Ninja, Ninja Sassum, Carbon Dragon, Valerido, Doesn't Matter, PK Biddy, Kylo Ren, and Leah Davison. So I appreciate all those folks giving up their time to be here at this tournament.
As the first scoreless jam of the game, it is Panty Depressant and Optimus Grime with the stars.
A high block assessed
To Optimus
for
Grime.
Optimus Grime. And,
But I believe that's his first penalty.
as a jammer, yeah.
He's
I
doing
mean,
a lot.
Of course.
Doing a lot better.
Yes, first penalty.
Yeah, doing a lot better than he did last game, where he had 6 by this point.
Yes.
So much better play from Optimus
Denver,
Grime.
on the other hand,
No jammer penalties. 0.0.
So the whole entire Denver bench telling Panty DePresent to call it because Optimus Prime is still sitting in the box. So this allows Denver to have a power start.
So, yeah, it will be that power start with Stelly on the jam line. That is back-to-back scoreless jams. I said 0.0, referring to the Denver penalty for jammers, but, hey, it worked for both.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just works out that way. Stelly to the inside, lead jammer Denver.
Which is not shocking because Denver had chosen wisely to put Stelly on the line for that power start. They knew he has a good percentage. I'm not sure if it's 100, but it certainly is high for lead jammer statuses.
Look at that run by Optimus Prime. Just put his foot up, gained a little bit of power, stepped into the pack, and completed the initial pass.
Just came in, and so Stelly's going to call it.
2 points, Stelly. So 2-0 on the jam, 118.65.
Really good setup for Denver there. However, no. Okay. Sorry, this is water bottle.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Optimus Prime is not reporting to the penalty box.
No. He's just
not
grabbing his water bottle.
No big deal. All right, everybody calm down, including me.
Yeah, everybody wants... I mean, this is very important, especially at this altitude. You have to stay hydrated.
Yes.
We're already going into the 28th jam. Wow, that's a lot of jams.
That is a lot of jams.
Especially for a team that's played 3 games over 2 days already.
So far. And, yeah, but the jams have been fairly quick.
Yeah, they have. I don't think we've had any go the full 2 minutes yet.
Nope, that is correct.
No,
we have not.
Bobby Narco confirms.
Yes, and if Bobby Narco says it, it's true.
Then it has to be. He's not like a champion, the kind who makes up 90% of it.
Sparrow is out as lead for Denver. Velociraptor getting pulled back to the far straightaway.
2 blockers for Manchester in the 808 roller skates penalty box. Sparrow gets pushed to the outside by Shrooms and calls it off.
Nice little handshake there. And we are drifting into intermission.
Drifting.
Velociraptor, it looks like, picked up a penalty. Illegal positioning is what I'm getting from
I'm not sure.
Side, but we're getting a little discussion here in the middle. And so if Velociraptor actually... We're having some discussion. So if this holds true, we will have a power start as we start the second half.
Yes, we will. Because they don't have to sit there for all of halftime. They're just doing that to be courteous right now.
They don't.
I think they're letting the decision be made.
Yeah, just making sure everybody's situated. And again, in MRDA, we always let our officials leave the track before we then allow everybody else to exit. So our officials have exited the track, and so here we are.
And we'll take a break.
We will take a short break, and we'll be back.
See you soon.
If you're looking for a reliable paint company that will do the job right the first time, then it's time to call 360 Painting of Arvada. Our #1 goal is to make sure we make your vision into reality, and we guarantee 100% satisfaction. We offer a wide variety of colors and textures that meet the needs of each room for every client, all for an affordable rate. With years of experience, our employees are well trained in the correct and professional methods, so there will be no hassle or headaches. Whether you're looking to just paint a couple rooms or you're looking to remodel your home, no job is too big or small for 360 Painting of Arvada to handle. For more information on our services, call us today or visit us online and let us help you turn your vision into a vibrant reality.
Are you dreaming of new roller skates? With over 10 years experience and knowledge, Skate Rat Skate Shop will set you up with the safety gear and roller skates that are right for you. Visit Skate Rats in Loveland, Colorado for the selection you've been looking for and great customer service. And log on to skaterats.com for free fast shipping. Use discount code 5on5 for 10% off.
And
Welcome
back. We're both excited to be back here.
Yes, we are.
For the second half of Denver and NWO. Fun fact we forgot to mention, Denver came in as the 9 seed and Manchester's the 5 seed. So we actually have our first real major upset happening.
It is.
Right here in front of us.
It is. And it has been. Denver has really played a clean game, which I'm a little shocked at just because I can't imagine playing 3 games and being the first on every day and coming in here and playing these high-level teams and playing a totally clean game. What I was doing over the break is investigating and communing with our people in the penalty box. And as you suspect, if you're intuitively thinking that Manchester has too many penalties, you are correct. There are 29 penalties for Manchester right now, 14 for Denver. We have a few people in trouble in Manchester. Not in trouble, but like Rosie Peacock, 5. Cloudstrike with 4. McLeod with 4. On Denver, we have Baby Selly, as we mentioned, with 5. But the only other person that has more than 1 or 2 is Chris with a K with 3. So Denver's just been really playing a clean game, and Manchester spent a lot of time in the box. Speaking of that, we'll start with the jammer in the box.
Yes, and that will
for
be
Manchester.
Velociraptor, as Big Stelly, Justin Stelly, will be the jammer for Denver. Judgment Day takes a hit, goes back, but it's all about Stelly right now, trying to get through to get lead, to start the second half. 53 points. If you've been around a little while, you've seen those kind of comebacks in the second half. In fact, against Vancouver in the first game, there was a bit of a comeback until Vancouver kind of just was able to finish it off. Yeah, finish it off at the end, some penalties and whatnot. Yeah. And that was with Optimus Grind barely playing because of the penalties. So we'll see if Manchester can get a little bit better here. They were much better last time about the penalties in the second half. Maybe they clean something up this time.
I'm always really fascinated to see how they change over the halftime. What halftime conversations. So thank you, Smack.
Yes.
For sharing your lovely photo of your pet.
And
is it Xander? Yes, love it.
And
Xander.
Stelly jumps over the apex, picks up 4. Box has been emptied during the jam.
I love pets when they're undercovers.
Yes.
Great. Undercover pets. That's right. Undercover pets.
The only time my cat goes under the covers is like when we move, so she hides under something because she just doesn't know where she is.
Right.
She's very fickle.
They're, spatial animals.
Yes.
They like their areas.
She's not a cuddler, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you.
I'm fine with that.
Gig taking on Sparrow from the jammer line. Gig getting recycled back as Sparrow exits the pack, picks up lead.
Sparrow approaching the pack, looking for him, getting past all that burgundy. That was a great block by Schneider with some help from Broderick and Cruz.
Yes.
Again, his name is in all caps, and he demands that we say it enthusiastically. Just be lucky you're not listening to us on house with that.
He didn't really demand it. He was just really, really... he asked nicely if we would scream it, and so we are.
Politely asked for us to scream.
So when I mentioned 808 Roller Skate serving the roller derby community since 2010, visit them, and these are the numbers, 808rollerskate.com.
Yeah. It's run by Hijinks, who I know. We do Cabana Tuesday at RollerCon.
Nice.
It's a very fun event. Cabana Tuesday. He also runs Cabana Monday. He just likes getting cabanas.
Ferguson thinks that Ferguson thought that he bumped Optimus Grimes out of bounds, but actually picked up a forearm.
Yeah, and that is the first penalty, the first power jam of the second half, or well, not really of the second half, but first power jam for Denver.
Oh no!
And Optimus Grimes is like, I did it too.
So that's the second jammer penalty for Optimus Grimes in this game, and
still much of an improvement over yesterday.
Yes.
Where he was at 6 at the beginning of the second half.
Yes.
Ferguson, 1 in, 1 out. He is out of the box. Grime already standing. It was not a full 30 seconds, not even close. Probably maybe about 15 seconds on that power jam. So we have Optimus Grime now back out there.
Ferguson, that penalty just really lucky, right? Because the other jammer picked up the penalty, and so you only had to serve that little bit of time in the box. But we will go a full 2 minutes now.
Yes. Hunter takes a seat in the penalty box along with Shrooms, the 808 Skates penalty box, 808 roller skates.
That was Cloud Strike. It's got to be number 5 for Cloud Strike. Head into the penalty box as well.
Ferguson picks up 4 points. There's Grime with some good moves, picking up 4 of his own.
Oh.
Ferguson
Judgment Day trying to shoulder in, but
wow,
missed.
And Ferguson takes a hit from Gazuka, but just moves, keeps his feet in bounds, makes it legal, and gets 4 of his own.
I told you, elastic.
Optimus Grime at full speed into Cotton, and Cotton he actually started moving to the outside, and it looked like Cotton was bracing for impact, and Grime just went, "No, I'm going to go this way."
I'm going to change the momentum.
I think Grime realized
take your momentum with me.
I think he realized who he was charging at. He's like, "Oh, this is actually somebody that is going to be able to stop me."
Oh, again, Ferguson made of elastic.
Yeah, no bones.
How he found his way through the pack, I don't know. But
98% cartilage.
Yeah, and makes it through again. Just an amazing performance there from Ferguson.
Another 3 will be picked up by Optimus Grime, so 20-11. I believe that is the highest scoring jam.
I think so.
Bobby Narco confirms against
yes.
again. Bobby Narco is always right, even when he's wrong. Bobby Narco is always right.
He says it with such conviction.
Yes.
So Rufio taking on Stully on the jammer line. Again, if you are just joining us, welcome.
That is Rufio, the jammer for NWO. He is the lead jammer. Stelly stuck up the middle with 2 blockers in front of him, now getting pushed back. That is Rosie Peacock with the hit.
Such a nice jump and landed it. Both skates down inside the lines. Rufio.
And Rosie Peacock picked up a forearm. We'll go to the 808 Skates penalty box, and I believe that is their 6th penalty now.
Mm-hmm. And
power jam.
Cut track will be assessed to Stelly.
So power jam for Rufio.
So Rufio, this is good news for Rufio. First lead jam for Manchester in this half. Again, I was going to say, if you are just joining us, again, welcome. But Manchester in the burgundy and Denver in the white. And you see Rufio out here with the star for Manchester, circling around, making another scoring pass.
Gets past a few blockers there. Now 2 more in front. There's Schneider, Rivera.
Right, yeah. But I don't know how he missed that either, but a big swing from Schneider, a big swing from Rivera, and Rufio manages to stay in bounds for both of those.
Curveball, change up, and then brought the heat.
And then just...
Now back in the pack, trying to do the same thing against those same blockers. This time Schneider. No. Yeah, okay, good catch there, buddy.
Yeah.
We all saw that one. That is the best jam for or the high-scoring jam for Manchester so far, which I guess would be the best jam for Manchester as well. 16-0 on the jam, now 146-92, under 23 and a half remaining. Best jam by their number 1 jammer, as pointed out once again by Bobby Narco.
So Fish back on the line here, taking on Panty Depressant.
Bobby Narco, of course, proving that Gotham has good taste. It is Fish, at the back of the pack. That front of the pack occupied by Manchester blockers and Panty Depressant. Panty Depressant up at the front. There is Shrooms with a good hit to the inside.
On the shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, right where he wanted to be. And lead jammer goes to Manchester.
Fish, very happy face.
It's like someone singing Under the Sea.
Very happy expression coming through the pack. Knew he had that acceleration.
A happy fish.
Ready to go. It was. I do like a happy fish. Fish through the pack for 4.
There are currently one skater in the box for each team. No, never mind. I ruined that. There are now two for Manchester.
McLeod, again, was one of the people that had the higher number, I wouldn't say trouble, but 4 as we came into the half.
You don't want more than 3.5.
Right. And so Fish, taking a look at the box as he comes around, trying to get people out of the box, it looks like, trying to run this jam as long as he can.
The problem is that they keep going back to the box. It's like one in, one out, one in, one out every time. And basically this entire jam, they've had 2 skaters in that 808 roller skates penalty box, and they just cannot. I mean, they're getting points here. It's 12-4 so far, but it just makes it that much harder when you don't have that offensive or defensive help right there.
And Fish has to keep going through. And
an illegal contact, I believe, on Fish.
Yeah. He's trying so hard to get everybody out of the box and instead picks up an illegal contact. We'll head to the box. This is a power jam for Penny DePresent. Penny DePresent finding a little resistance here with all of these Manchester defenders.
Cloud Strike all over the place, just really just trying to stick to that jammer while the other blockers try to contain him.
And that is the end of that jam. We did not get Fish released. This will be a power start for Denver.
Looks like Stelly.
We did not get Fish released, so
we did not.
I mean, I had anything to do with it.
Let's go over there and talk to them.
I mean,
yes, exactly.
Like I am helping at all, but that was the royal we.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I could go for some salmon. I don't know. Stelly with the star. As Fish is the only human at the moment in the 808 roller skates penalty box. Stelly to the outside picks up lead jammer for Denver just as it comes to close. And Fish was I don't know. I think it was
jazz hands.
That's how Fish breathe. It was his gills.
That was kind of pretty. It was nice.
Those were definitely jazz hands, not to be confused with spirit fingers.
That was really fun. Okay.
Justin Stelly going back around a couple times, picks up 4 points. Fish goes swish through the pack.
Swish. That was great. I mean, it's.
Whoa! Great defensive jam by Fish. He's having a blast here.
I think he's having a good time. I mean, if you're going to come play, let's have a good time.
He's basically
just having a great time.
It's like he's doing a Stelly impression while following Stelly. As Broderick does a big
awesome.
hit. Yeah.
Getting a little assistance up from Peter Parker, and Peter Parker will park it in the 808 roller skate penalty box.
Yes. So it is going to be Optimus Grime and Sparrow. Fish standing near the track conferring with the ref about something. Now pointing at and he points at Stelly. Stelly points at him. They have a good smile and a laugh, and we move on to the next jam.
I just need, if we have any people out in there in the world that can make gifts a lot, I would like that jazz hands gift.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's almost as good as the Twinkle Beef one of him sneaking up to the jam line.
Oh, so Optimus Grime manages to get Sparrow caught up in the pack and is able to exit. Optimus Grime turned around as if to say, I'm going to again play defense, but he didn't need to.
No.
Because his defenders were ready to play, caught Sparrow back up.
And 4 points right there. So, Sparrow takes off the star and now puts it back on. He is still the jammer through the pack. Optimus Grime gets past the last blocker, Chris with the K. Picks up 4, calls it off just as Sparrow is coming towards the pack.
So...
Wait a minute. Hold on. Ferguson's going the short way to the track. That's wrong.
He's played 3 games.
Yes.
I mean, let's cut him a break.
Stelly came out and said, wait, oh, no, you're here. Because even Stelly was like, I thought you were going to go around the other way. He signaled that to him. Like,
he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I mean,
you did just not go your normal way.
He had to double check, but everything's cool. Ferguson's okay.
I mean, there might be some concern from a teammate, but it's all alleviated.
Everybody just shoves Gig out of bounds. Everybody.
Yeah, there's Rivera, Stelly, the other Stelly.
Scotty Dog is trying.
Oh, and a track cut on Ferguson.
Yes, Scotty Dog was trying to open it up, and somehow
Gig
got out, but got a forearm almost immediately. So again, Ferguson's going to get really lucky.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened to him.
A very short penalty served. And so here comes Gig out as well. This will be another 2-minute jam.
Yeah, that happened the exact same thing when him and Optimus Grime went to the penalty box the other time. So really his only 2 power jams have been cut short due to a mistake by the opposing jammer.
Yep.
This time he moves to the outside after getting tangled up on the inside, finds the room, and picks up. That is his initial pass. This is going to go the full 2 minutes because both jammers did serve time in the penalty box.
So McLeod headed back to the box. I want to point out again, that was a person with one of the most penalties. Looks like McLeod is checking with the penalty box wranglers to make sure this is not the final one. Scotty Dog will head to the penalty box as well for the World Order. Did I just say New World Order? Did you hear
that? I've almost said that several times.
I think I did. It's wheeled. Sorry.
It's a wrestling thing.
Because,
wrestling and Derby, they're so similar, with the names and stuff. I don't know. I know a lot of people that do double duty with
Also, like in my mind, I'm going, don't say world, don't say world, don't say world. So what do you say?
World. So this is the third game.
Third 2 minute.
Third time with a 2 minute power, or a 2 minute, full 2 minute jam. So Gig on the outside gets pushed out by Baby Stelly as Ferguson gets his his third scoring pass, now up to 12 on the jam.
Now, whatever somebody said to Baby Stelly over the halftime, we noticed that Baby Stelly has not served penalties this half. And that's good news for Denver.
They probably went to him and said, Baby Stelly, do. And that kicks him right back into the right state of mind.
So now Fish and Stelly are on the line again.
Yeah, this was a very exciting one we had the last time these two faced off, and I'm kind of hoping we have the same. We are in an official timeout, and that'll give us time to talk about... We should be talking about Death and Glory Skate Shop. Let's go with that one. DeathAndGlorySkate.com is a new quad shop and gear website bringing more fun to Colorado and all of North America. Death and Glory have years of boot fitting experience and offer a fun, relational experience every time. Check them out at DeathAndGlorySkate.com.
Okay, so we're looking around. I think we might have needed to call that for a penalty situation.
Yeah, I believe it's...
I want to say McLeod, but just because I've been sort of keeping track of penalties, not perfectly, but I feel like we might say goodbye to McLeod for this game. But I don't see... McLeod must have completed that penalty time, yeah?
Mm-hmm. He's not in the
end
box.
Of the jam. Not in the box, and we're not having a replacement, so... want to make sure that everything is correct. I know I want to give many props to the penalty wranglers because that is a job that is kind of thankless and also hard to do.
Yeah, well, especially with MRDA, I appreciate the refs and what they do because it's been explained to me by many refs. Like, they're like, oh, you missed this call, you missed that call. It's like, you know how many penalties are going on at once in this? Like, there's only so much a vacuum can sweep up on one trip. Like, you're not going to get everything. So, perfection is never going to, and not even in any sport, you're never going to have perfection. So, they're doing the best they can, calling everything they see. But, unless you want there to be a wall of referees surrounding the track, they're doing the best they can. And I think they're doing they've done a great job all weekend.
They really, and you have the official review specifically to ask for someone to review something that happened on the track. So That's what that is there for. Now, the penalty wranglers were checking with one another. We have the inside people and we have the people behind the box, and so they were double checking all of the good stuff. And I just appreciate that because that is a job that, you never see a happy person in the penalty box. Like, they're not
I have.
Happy.
You don't see Derby near me.
They are not arriving in the penalty box as happy people, and so so we're gonna get back to the track here. I'm gonna stop rambling, and that will be Fish.
Yeah,
Star against Stelly.
Yeah, it gets pushed out there by Cotton. Now Judgment Day back out of the 808 Skates penalty box, and Stelly is lead jammer with Shrooms heading to the 808 Skates penalty box. So Stelly now approaching the pack. Pack does see him. They are looking for him, but good blocking there opens a hole for him, and a
nice.
slingshot engaged by Hunter.
I like Hunter's just like, take my arm.
Hunter decided to use the bow and arrow on that
I will
one.
allow you to take this arm, and I will propel you forward.
Hunter calls that the crossbow.
I like it.
Panty
That's the way he
depressant.
hunts.
Yes, with a crossbow. He'll just sling his jammer into the pack. Or out of the pack, whatever works. Situational, really.
So little
We'll go to
derby.
Yes. Panty depressant.
Positive vibes going on between Ruffio and Panty Depressant.
Yeah.
Ruffio. Oh,
Good
woo!
hit by Rosie Peacock.
Wow.
With some help from Don Gingiovanni.
So yeah, Ruffio did take a little bit of a spill, but
Yeah.
managed to stay on the track, and so that's totally fair and legal. And Penny Depressant going to pick up a cut.
Did he?
No.
It does.
No.
It looks like no one's called it on him, or he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. It could have been somebody else. Nobody's in the
I
box.
heard whistles. I didn't see a body go. There are no bodies in the penalty box right now.
I guess some penalties are optional.
Or somebody saw it from a different angle and corrected, and that happens as well.
That could potentially be an official review that Denver might use as well.
It could be.
Or I'm sorry, not that'd be Manchester.
Manchester, yeah.
Rufio picks up 4 points, now up to 8 on the jam. Rivera will head to the penalty box for Denver.
Oh, almost made it through. Oh, nice. That was a beautiful move. Okay, everybody record that and watch that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Because that Shrooms just with a great job there of paying attention to who has knocked out your jammer and who your jammer has to come behind. And there is a cut called on Penny Depressant.
And this time it does get called. He is going to the box.
Yes.
It is everything.
By 2 blockers, we do have
a down skater.
a down skater, so we're going to invite our medical professionals over to us.
Being tended to by teammates. And medical professionals. One of her teammates is a medical professional.
Correct. To attend to our skater.
I'll tell you about one of our sponsors, Left Turn Clothing, athletic apparel for bodies, not genders. Visit lefttturnclothing.com. And, of course, Strong Athletic. Strong Athletic is a Derby-owned and run business, but started by Smarty Pants in 2014 as a way to amplify the voices of skaters in roller derby. We just use microphones for that. Ever wonder who makes Strong Athletic skater shirts? It's Strong Athletic. We have shirts and hats for skaters, announcers, officials, coaches, and photographers. Find us online at strongathletic.com. And yeah, that Left Turn Clothing, I believe they made the Jewish roller derby shirt.
Oh yeah, did they?
Which I have, and
Yes. Awesome.
bought one from them at RollerCon, and another one online as part of the fundraiser. So
I always tell myself I'm not going to buy any more T-shirts, and
then
then
you
I
do. And then you do.
It's just a thing. So, the certified sweat saver from 888 NYC, fully certified, but with a better fit. Try it for yourself. That's 888.
And Skate Rats, dreaming of new roller skates. Okay, we all know you play roller derby, and we all know that you have like 10 pairs, and you know you want at least one more. You know you do. Dreaming of new roller skates, Skate Rats is your skate shop. With over 10 years of expert experience and knowledge of building roller skates and fitting safety gear, Skate Rats will set you up with the gear that is right for you. Visit Skate Rats' beautiful retail store in Loveland, Colorado for great service and the selection that you have been looking for. Log on to Skate Rats, that's sk8ratz.com for fast, free shipping.
So you cut on the camera really quickly over there, Leslie, and I didn't have time to put on my stash.
Oh.
So just for minutes there.
Did you shave?
I did.
You shaved
Like,
during
over the
this
break?
That's impressive that you could announce that well and
Yeah.
shave during a game of roll. I mean, that's
They teach you well.
you know.
Yeah, they teach you well.
I
had good mentors.
struggle with it, so good on you.
I have good mentors. So it does look like we're going to
Get back shortly.
we're going to get back shortly.
They are still working on the skater on the
yeah.
sideline.
So just to update everybody, the skater is removing skates.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not going to come back in for this game, but that's okay because we have our medical professionals here to take care of any needs that skater might have.
Yes, and of course we appreciate all of our medics who have volunteered their time to come here and help us out.
Absolutely.
Does look like Rosie is able to get up and
Is able to leave the track.
yeah, took some time and precaution.
That's
You
okay.
don't want to get up if you're hurt. Do not do it. Nobody wants you to do that. So, but Rosie is walking off the track on their own by their own
accord, and that is what you want.
Yeah. Without any assistance. Well, they're
They're people,
directing them
yes,
in the
of
direction
course,
of the medics. But yes,
lots of
On their own two
high
feet.
fives on the way to the
past their
medical
bench.
I guess is what you call it.
Again, some encouragement from their teammates, and
That's right.
we'll get back in, looks like just a moment. It is going to be a power start with Panny DePreston sitting in the penalty box, and that is Cruz joining him there as well. So Optimus Grime will be the lone jammer, and Denver...
Good choice. Good
yeah,
choice for Manchester to field Optimus Grime for this.
and the NWO will have a 4-3 pack advantage as well. Judgment Day is going to stand there with Optimus Grime. I have a funny feeling there might be a star pass involved.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus or anything, but I'm wrong usually.
Nostradamus.
I don't know, I've just been calling this a long time.
Nostradamus wasn't all that accurate.
Nostraderby.
Nostradamus.
Nostraderbus. It is, yeah, so Optimus Grime waiting. There's the whistle. Here we go. Back to the action. Under 13 and a half
that.
remaining. And Optimus Grime right through the pack. Lead jammer.
Showing everybody what it looks like. Could just pick up lead really quickly.
So now approaching the pack. Get out of my way, Judgment Day, who reforms right in front of him again. Hunter Cotton
And
just unable to keep up.
Optimus Grime, a very physical jammer, not afraid to come in with a shoulder and make the opening happen where it was not before.
Optimus Grime approaching the pack, gets behind his own blockers now into that Denver 3-wall with Cruz coming out of the box, so he will rejoin them, getting behind that Burgundy pack, though, so I think he's going to try to play a little offense, and that he does.
And a cut. Yep, there was a little bit of, okay, whoop.
So it looks like there's some confusion there.
Yeah, it looked like one official said no cut, another official said yes, then...
Like, it looked like the one official said 2, but the other official saying no, and I think maybe that's where it was?
I'm not sure.
I saw 2 being held up, but it looks like it's only 1. Yes, I can see the referee saying 1. So looks like maybe that was what it was, and that caused the confusion. And unfortunately, the ref, if this is the case, was patient and didn't throw another penalty out there at their mistake.
Exactly.
So handled correctly by our officiating crew. So the star is in the hands of Judgment, or excuse me, that is not Judgment Day.
Yeah, the star is in the hand of Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, excuse me.
Yes, you were right.
I was right the first time.
You were right.
Champ.
It was a star pass. You said there was going to be a star pass, and you were right.
I need Ket the politician to hear to say, right, you are champ. It's the only confirmation I get.
So Optimus Grime in the infield, and Judgment Day trying to do that bump out thing.
That is the first star pass for Denver of the game. Now Optimus Grime back out there, says hello to his new sparring partner.
And is in the pack. Goes for the arms, though, so I'm going to look for this.
For another call, potentially.
We're looking for things here.
We're looking for things and stuff, including points.
Things and things.
And
yes,
maybe penalties.
So I just want to tell you that the winner of this game plays the winner of the next game, and that would be Southern Discomfort and Golden State. For 5th at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So there are some stakes.
Yes.
There are some stakes here.
There are stakes. They are not on the grill yet. They are
not on the grill.
They are ribeye, I believe.
So let me just tell you, since we're talking about games and playing games and Derby, at 3 p.m. after this game, will be Southern Discover and Golden State, which I just said. Then at 5 p.m., we have St. Louis taking on Texas.
As our first of 2 semifinals.
And then at 7 p.m., Magic City taking on Vancouver.
And that's the other of our 2 semifinals.
I'm really excited to see these games.
Yes. And it's weird because actually, if you lose a game, you get more games over the weekend than if you win.
If you take a look at the bracket, it's just a little... Yeah, it's just a little...
Yeah. Well, this is also a 10-team bracket, so when you don't have those like multiples of 4, it's very different. So it looks like, they're going to get another 3 points on the board for Manchester, probably stemming back to that confusion from
some of that
Grime going to the box.
Right.
So it's going to be Rufio and Stelly with the Stars. Nobody in the penalty... Wait, what? Nobody's in the 808 States penalty box. I had to do a double take.
That was right in my ear there, champ.
Well, if it's in yours, it's in theirs, too.
It is, I know. Rufio gets a forearm on that, trying to play around there on the defense.
So now another power jam.
A power jam. And that is not good news for Manchester. They had such a good momentum there for a minute.
Now Stelly working on that outside. Rivera opening up a door past Addison. And
forearm for Addison.
But 4 points for Stelly.
4 points for Stelly. So good news for Denver.
Bad news for Manchester, but the word 4 was used in both.
It was.
One for an arm, one for a point.
And we're just moving around very quickly here because Stelly can
move quickly.
Right? That was what I was going to say.
Rufio out of the box, out of the pack. That's an initial.
Rufio coming around again. Stelly taking a look around.
Yeah, he was slowed down there by Don Gingiovanni.
Yes. So it is, at this point, Denver has time to play with time, right?
Yes. Time to play with time. Is that a TARDIS?
Hey, if I had a TARDIS,
I don't know what I don't know.
There are no words for all the things.
You can't say you wouldn't be here because you could just come here on the TARDIS at any time, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're here," and then you go somewhere else. Definitely.
I mean, I would have just been in my TARDIS.
Exactly. Anyways, it is Sparrow and Fish who are the jammers as Chris with a K goes to the box with a B. And now Fish moving.
Like Fish out his lead. Sparrow getting one shoulder after the other, but makes it out of the pack.
Now look how fast these refs are skating to keep up with it, especially the outside refs.
Thank you, refs, for keeping in shape and trying to stay with this pack.
We haven't talked about it really, but like the durability, the endurance.
Yes.
At this altitude, that has to be working on the refs as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then they do a lot of jams where it's sort of hung up. And they just kind of slowly, but then there are these jams where they're just like whipping around the track, and so
I mean, you got some very fast skaters out there.
There's a lot of like movement back and forth between really fast and really slow.
Absolutely. So now we have Ferguson and Gig with the Stars. One player in the penalty box.
Tiptoeing. Oh, didn't make it. I was hoping the tiptoe would work, but it did not. Forearm will be assessed.
That's Don Giovanni. Ferguson stays in bounds. No pass, no penalty, so he is not lead, but also is able to score points.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Gig trying to get past the Denver defense, which we have seen has been formidable.
Tiptoes to the outside, one blocker to beat.
Shrooms! And oh my gosh, Ferguson.
I believe that's legal in Colorado now.
Oh, I don't know.
4.
And lead is assessed to Gig. Finally out of the pack as we head around turn number 4. And Gig is going to try to come in, it looks like. Manchester's at the front of the pack. But Ferguson, such a quick skater.
Yeah. And he just gets behind his blocker there against Schneider, where he knew that they were not going to be able to pass that.
So 4 additional points for Ferguson.
As it comes to a close. 3 points, though, for Manchester. So Denver now hits that double century mark, 200. 200 to 147. We've just crossed 7 minutes remaining in this game. We're going to have Stelly and Optimus Grime on the jam line with one Manchester blocker in the 808 Skates penalty box. That is Scott T. Dog.
Scott T. Dog.
I wonder what T stands for.
I don't know.
Tiberius.
So as you said, that's Optimus Prime and Stelly, both very good jammers. Stelly running up the outside, but gets a little bump out, and now gets a bump down by
That's not a little bump.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that hurt, but
He got back up
just
again.
got back up, and he's just going to get lead. That's how that's going to work.
You can see in his face. He was not happy about that. He took that rage and just is like, I'm through this pack. I'm done with this. Gets lead. And a big hit by Cotton.
Wow.
That is not soft.
And, yep.
No.
Optimus Prime went out, into the infield and comes back in and doesn't relinquish that position, and so does pick up the cut track. Now it's Stelly putting points on the board for Denver.
Yeah, just trying to close this one out as we are now under 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we don't have the speed right now because Denver has a...
Yeah, you don't want to go
play.
faster.
I mean, you can just...
if they go too far, it's a no pass.
Fast. I know, right? Like it's... Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Right on the edge of that line, but he stays in bounds.
Swing and a miss on the block.
Wow.
By Spicy. All right, I think he needs to turn the heat down there.
So Stelly just kind of coming in here now. Optimus Prime has been released from the box, is engaging with the pack.
Cotton back on him.
And now Manchester's locked down Stelly, but Stelly's not overly concerned, of course, because we said they've got a little room here to just wait it out a little bit. But Stelly keeping an eye on Optimus Prime. Oh, my goodness.
Cotton, if you didn't see this, right before that happened, Cotton was calling the pack right where it needed to be. And as Optimus Prime tried to jump the apex, all three of them were right there to just knock him down.
Right. But he did manage to put a... they've got 2 points in the air there, and so...
Still does get 2, but 12 points in favor of Denver, and a good block to end it.
But a really nice spin move. I mean, but Denver was right there, too.
On the Optimus Prime scale of spins, that's like a 6.
That was a good spin.
I've seen him do some crazy spins. Pretty sure he was an Olympic-level figure skater at one point.
I wouldn't believe it. Oh!
And a low block. Misconduct.
Misconduct. So I think maybe Rufio was called for a penalty and didn't realize it? Is that what was happening there? And then got the extra
either that or Captain Hook bribed a ref.
And then didn't leave the track quickly enough? Is that what that was? Or blocking it? Okay, blocking an out-of-bounds skater is what I'm getting.
So Sparrow not really playing with a ton of urgency here, but he doesn't really need to because as long as the other jammer's in the box, he can just kind of wind down time a little bit now with under 4 minutes remaining.
Just got to stand up and, getting hit by Manchester defenders. Sparrow's just got to...
I don't know where he was trying to re-enter the track there, but it took a little while to decide.
He can take some time.
Exactly.
Here.
It's on his side.
Rufio is now out of the pack on the initial pass. And
whoa, did he make it?
That was a nice jump. He made it.
You see how he's put his feet together and moved them inside like a knife to just hit that right point on the line. That was great moves there by Rufio.
And keep continuing to stand.
Broderick will go to the penalty box.
That will be a big hit by Fish, who's doing the jazz hands again because that was a hit out of bounds for...
Actually, I think it's an aquatic defense mechanism. I don't know. So 4 points for Rufio. Third jam with no lead in the game, and the fourth 2-minute jam. But hey, that works in favor of Denver when you got the clock winding down like this.
So Denver's pleased with that outcome. They just had to hang on to Rufio. Sparrow got a couple of big hits there.
Yeah, it's going to be Velociraptor and Ferguson now.
He is okay. He's not being seen by the medical staff or anyone. Just remarking on some of the big hits that happened out there on the track.
They're used to it. More than we are.
More than me, for sure. However, I don't know if you really get used to that, but...
I don't know. There's some players I've seen who actually enjoy that, so... To each their own.
It's a little cathartic.
Yep. Whatever they like. Cool.
Velociraptor taking on Ferguson. Ferguson out of the pack and makes
That's a cut. Oh, now you... Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Sit down.
There you go. Velociraptor pushed out by Broderick. There's Cotton and Judgment Day to complete that pack. Shroom's trying to open up a hole for his jammer, getting in front, and that was Addison with an offensive block on Cotton.
Peter Parcher comes out of the box.
Yeah, about 45 seconds off the clock to get that lead jammer, which, you know, 2 seconds separate the jam clock and the period clock.
I know, right?
So Velociraptor getting pushed to the outside, looking for room.
Yep.
Getting past Judgment Day.
Oh, my goodness. And...
Yeah.
And, yep. So we get 2?
Yeah.
We were getting 2 because...
Yeah, there was some shouting.
Well, you might have heard it because he was right here in front of me. So.
2 mics right in front of him.
It's possible you heard that. So there will be 2 penalties assessed for that.
Fortunately, Chris with a K looks pretty. Chris with a K. He looks pretty calm. He's in the box. He is apologizing.
He's like, I got this, guys.
He was heated. He is.
It's emotional, and here we go.
Yeah, it is too. He is accepting. He's not fighting it. He says, "I did it. I'm sorry."
Excited.
Yep. You know, you're in the heat of the moment. Things happen. Words spill out.
There are stakes that are being had here, as we said.
Just you know, you got to accept. You did it. You served the penalty. We move on.
And here we go.
I believe he may have fouled out, but there are only 18 seconds left, so we are probably down to the last jam. Good.
That rolling whistle tells us we're going to go forward. Chris McKay still in the box, so maybe not a foul out because they would have substituted that.
Yes. But either way, it is probably the final jam. It is Stelly and Grime on the line. They gave each other a nice little handshake beforehand because they were getting a little heated out there, but it was good to see some good sports conduct out there to say it's okay. We're all here to have fun.
And Optimus Grime makes it out of the front of the box, and Don Giovanni. I try all the time.
Yes, it's a tough name.
Heads to the box, and that is Fish now with a pivot stripe headed to the box, and Optimus Grime.
Takes out Alchemist Grime. Alchemist Prime.
Prime, yes.
Who also known as Rivera.
Rivera, yes.
Grime versus Prime.
Prime, yes. Grime.
You know what? I was waiting for this game, and I just totally realized that right now. So, oops.
Champ.
Can we redo it?
You missed it. The period clock says 0.
Period clock does say 0.
So I think now Denver cannot call it.
No, so we'll see if Grime just tries to run it up.
So we'll see what Grimes tries to do here. Grime.
Chris with the K comes out with a smile on his face. He's like, I'm just happy to be back out here.
Yes. Happy. Served him a whole minute. Now I'm going to get a hip on Optimus Grime. Optimus Grime doing a little spin move there. Oh!
Chris with the K be like, I almost had him.
I did it.
He looks at Blackjack over at one of the vendor booths and goes, "This close,
almost." Now, Stelly getting hassled here by Don. And Optimus Grime will pick up a penalty. That's a forearm. And so we're 15 seconds left in the jam, and so this one will just close out. Stelly just has to, hang out and
just let time. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to stop.
Just going to stop.
Look at the clock. Look, I don't need to do anything else. We're good.
Yes,
and
the
move
clock
on.
will end. And this is our unofficial final.
Yeah, it's 12-12 on the last jam, which would bring it to 228-177. So, it's a miracle that you grew that mustache back that quickly.
You know what? That's how good I can grow a mustache. I just want everyone to know.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Ladies can do it too.
Yes. Yes. So, 14-12 was the last score, so it was officially changed. So, good thing we didn't say that was final.
Yes.
228-179. That's the whistle. That's the final.
That is the final.
So, the winner goes on to play. Let me see that bracket.
Yes, here you go.
We have the information.
Wait, it's this one.
Okay, the winner goes on to play the winner of the next game, which will either be Southern Discomfort or Golden State for 5th place at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The loser goes on to play, I believe, the 7th place game or the 8th place game. We'll get that for you.
Well, yeah, the bracket is available.
Yes, the bracket's available online, so you can check that
as
out.
well as I think they posted it as well on their Instagram feed, so you can pick up your bracket and follow along there. The times, rankings.
Yeah, it will be for the 7th place game, which comes right before the 5th place game. So Manchester going on to play that game, Denver going on to play for 5th, and that's it.
Yes, we've had a wonderful time. I hope you have as well.
I'm Champ Unkind.
I'm Rippy Longstocking.
Have a decent day.
Thank you.